Want to know people? Don't try. you know, every single human being is like a maze made up with so many different compartments and so many different stuff that they've done in their life. If you're with them and you're with yourself, you know yourself well enough. People make minuscule moves and decisions and small little intakes, things they will take in every split second of the day. Every human being is basically like a big, massive portal, right? And they, what may be unacceptable to you is acceptable to another person. Getting to know people on any level is that we're all after one thing when we are ourselves wanting to be amicable. We want to be kind, good nature, get along with. Hey, nothing is that serious that we need to go head to head with. We don't need to be competitive. We don't need to be jealous. We don't need to be angry all the time. And if we're with anyone, we make a decision based on intake, whether we like being with people who are friends and enemies at the same time, frenemies, or we really do like having friends in our life, right? When you try to get to know people in any respects and you start to go deeper, some people, because of your ability to go deep within you personally, are going to be very upset at you for it, because there's things that people carry inside of them that they don't want a lot of other people to see, which are secrets. That's why it is such a high advice. Even at 63, I'm still learning this, and I would say this: keep your records short with God. Keep your conscience clear. If you have things that you need to clear up that you know you've done in your life, get before God and the Lord Jesus and say, look, this is where I am, and I'm looking for some form of absolution and correction. In a way, I become a better person. Everyone is born into some level of something or another, and we're really just a byproduct of our environment. When you get to know people, or you try to get to know people, you miss the whole objective of just trying to get to live in the know, where you just get to know life, get to know what makes work, what works, get to know God, get to know beautiful, get to know what is going to lift you up, right? Getting to know people and trying to get to know people, even trying to figure them out, can be quite a mysterious quest for nothing, of mystery. And I find that the more that you get to understand and know what's beautiful and what's good and what's good natured, when you meet people that don't resemble these qualities, at some point or another, their stuff is gonna just be seen, right? People spend their life thinking they know people, and they make very uh, big choices, whether it be in a marriage, whether it be just dating them, whether it be just hanging out with people. And all the time they're doing all this, they're getting to know that person. I like the idea of not trying to get to know somebody. I like the idea, and I'm still want to learn the skill, is that you simply just know them and you make a snap decision right there, because time can go by, and it will go by so easily, so quickly. And the people that you try to get to know, if they don't want you to know them very well, they can play many games with your head that you will never find out who the real person is, because they come dressed differently every time to throw the wool over your head, your eyes. So the best thing you can ever do in your life is just get to know what is important. And if people who are coming and going in your life don't match that, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time trying to get to know them. You have to know them right there and then. The first 2 or 3 seconds, even up to a minute, of what a person really is will show before the mask comes on, before the show begins. And when you know that person right there and then, that is where it really matters. So, and I think a lot of the reason why we get to know people, or we try to get to know people, which can end up becoming a very painful thing, is that it can lead down to a whole lot of mystery, disappointment, failings, and even yet in getting to know them, a lot of times what we're doing is we're basically pushing away the truth that was speaking to us right at the beginning when that person was there right there in your presence. So I don't know how much sense I made. What I'm saying is, I guess the avenue I'm going down is, don't try too hard to get to know people in the realm of time. Know them soon enough instead of later, and move on at that point. There's some tremendously amazing people out there that are so transparent, and that are so, that's who they are. And they will never ask of you to try to get to know them, because they lay all their cards on the table. They have had their stuff, but they're not out to deceive anybody. And they're not out to play any kind of games. And if you're the kind of person who are just like that, then don't try too hard to get to know people. As a matter of fact, I think people who put you in a position to try to get to know them better, or try to get to know them, period, are people who are leading you on. And people like playing games. There are people I find that in group settings, wherever you are, you can be in a work setting, people like to play games, and there's so much of people have become used to in the name of survival. But in all due respect, I think one of the best things you can ever do is be an observer, and you will discover that the majority of times people will never fail you in the first 2 minutes to up to a minute, exactly who they are. And don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. Transparency, when it's found in a person, is probably the greatest gift you'll ever have with that person. And if you're one of those people, you're transparent. People who aren't will have many different shades of gray for you to dig through, because they want you to follow them. So don't waste your time. Don't waste your time trying to get to know people. Make the decision right there on the spot, because a lot of times you will probably be right as you get older, even as you can be a young person and you've already seen the facts. Right? So I'm gonna leave you with that. Have a nice day, and do like and subscribe. Don't try too hard to get to know people. You will discover a lot of times you already know them. Because people are people, man. And you know what? You'll be amazed how much people are they're so predictable. Human beings are so predictable. And when they try to present a mystery, that just shows there's something wrong with them. Have a good day.